Grab your biggest bag and get ready to rummage with me at a church rummage sale. What will we find? What have people donated? Let's hope for some treasures.
Oh, no, that's okay. I was just trying to sit back and look. Yeah, just trying to think about it.
Something trees. Oh, okay. We're property in the Wayne County. I was up to work up there yesterday. And during the Christmas holiday, I usually work on Ball Scout. Oh, yeah, I love Ball Scout. Yeah, the store manager at ours was excited for years. So I went down last year. She said, "What a job you got." And she said, "You better come back next year." I gotta go down and hear about this life down there they have with the front door. Thank you. Just, I'll make sure she. Oh, okay. I was gonna say mine. I don't know when it is somewhere over there. Right here. Where's the yellow sticker? Yeah, I know. Okay, okay. Here we go.
Here we go. Get ready.
Good luck.
Good morning. Good morning. Wow, there's a lot of crafting stuff. Wow, look at that outfit. Oh, it's Sylvester and Tweety. There's a vintage little boy shirt with this dude on it, so we're gonna grab that. My gosh. Bless you. It's a tissue cover with Jesus. I think I have to get this. I'd be sad if I didn't. 50-cent albums. Let's take a look. Shoes. Crusader. West End Records. Marshall Tucker band. Mustangs. Gold Mine. Very White. John Denver. These are in great condition. Confunction. I'm like under the table. People are going by. The Crayola. A lot of Crayola. There's Noah's Ark. Oh, bicentennial. Oh, we gotta get that.
That's a nail file. Honey, keep it in there for now, okay? Come on. All right.
Hey, that's mine!
He knows it's yours, man.
Two rummage sales, picked up a few items, some that had a bit of a surprise when I actually looked to see what they were worth when I got home. Church rummage sales are almost like town-wide yard sales, but in one location. Members of the church, people of the town, friends, relatives, etc., they donate whatever they don't want to the church, and instead of driving all around town, you just go to the church and rummage there and see what you can find. And I found a few good things. To start, of course, the Bless You Jesus tissue box cover for 25 cents. I could not pass this by. What is crazy is when I actually looked on eBay for the plastic canvas craft items, there are some, I couldn't find this one, maybe I didn't use the right search terms, but there are some plastic canvas that have sold for $20, $30, $40. And it's just something that someone made in their spare time at home, whether they did it from their own thought or off of a kit. So you might want to look at plastic canvas in a different light, but this is staying with me. I couldn't resist for 25 cents. I did pick up the bags of the assorted little toys. There were, Sesame Street, Snoopy, I forget what other cartoon characters were in there. They were $2 a piece. If anything, if they're not worth putting online, then off they go to my cousin and his sons can enjoy them. Who doesn't want Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch and Bert and Ernie? So either sell them or give them away. That's one of the great things about rummage sales. Their prices are usually so cheap that if you're a reseller, you can't pass it up. If you're looking to buy something for yourself, buy something for someone else, gift giving, check out rummage sales. The surprise items were, let's start with the little mice. So these were $1 each and they came in these plastic containers. I didn't take them out. I thought, you know what, they're cute. We have, Betsy Ross and we have Benjamin Franklin. So let's just pick them up. $1 a piece, why not? They actually do have labels on the bottom. And they are from let me get my note out. They're the original fur toy company and they're made in West Germany. So this is good old Betsy. And then of course we have Benjamin Franklin. Surprise, surprise, when I looked these up, for these little guys, most recently Benjamin sold for $19.95. And then there was a Betsy that sold for $18.99 plus shipping. And I paid $1 each. I mean, they're cute. They will be great for America's upcoming 250th birthday celebration next 4th of July. So perhaps there will be a little bit more of a need for these. It would look great in your holiday decor. Put them out for 4th of July. But $1 each, $19.95 and then $18.95. Can't go wrong. I also got this glass mushroom. It still has the original label and this is Viking glass. And it's not just any mushroom, it is the Zodiac, the Capricorn. is on the top. You might not be able to see it. Now, prices for Viking glass mushrooms are, as I say, all over the place. You have the large ones, the colored ones, the ones that are for the zodiac. They range anywhere from $40 to hundreds. It just depends on what type you have. So this one, I would say low end is probably around $40 for the Capricorn Viking. Perfect for someone that collects mid-century modern, that is a Capricorn. If you have a friend or a relative that loves glass, that loves mushrooms, and is a Capricorn, well then this is the perfect gift. And I think I paid $1 or $2. Nothing major. Now the biggest surprise was Bud Bright and the Kidnappers. In the book section, this book right here, I mean the cover, it's just great. It has such nice color. After all these years, it is still so bright and vivid. It was published in 1930 by the Penn Publishing Company. And in the series, there also is Bud Bright, Boy Detective, Bud Bright and the Bank Robbers, Bud Bright and the Drug Ring, Bud Bright and the Counterfeiters. Wow, he's gotten into a lot of scenarios for a junior detective. So this book, when I looked on eBay, because I sell mostly on eBay, that's where I do most of my comps. There is one currently listed for $154.90, or best offer. There was one that had been listed for $123.92, or best offer, but that listing was ended. Now looking on WorthPoint, back in 2011, this sold for $89. Now I wasn't able to find any current sales for this book. When you Google it, it comes up as, I'll say, rare or hard to find, mostly because of the cover. Now, if you find this book without the cover, then it's no big deal. The cover is what makes this book valuable. And mine, well, you know, it's a little bit rough shape. You have the stamp on the back, you have some tears. There's also writing, pencil writing inside of the book, but if you're a collector of this series and you need this book to complete your collection and you need it with the cover, well then here you go. So will I get over $100 for this? I would say probably not. If the person that had it up for $123, they removed their listing, then under 100, sure. Now I think that this would be a long tail item. That's my thought, because you are waiting for someone to come along and say, I need that book. Now, of course, you list it and you might get an offer in a short amount of time because they might have a search for it. But otherwise, considering that there is one up there and no one has purchased it, I'm going to say that this will probably be under $100. But didn't think I'd find this at a rummage sale, and it just caught my eye. It has a very appealing cover, and it is in an older book, so why not take a chance and see what might happen? And so that's what I did on many of these things. And that's the great part about rummage sales, is because the prices are so low, you really can't go wrong. And you come home, you do a little bit of research, and you see what you have purchased. So we had mice, we had Jesus, we had some toys, we had some books, and I think it was very successful for the little items that I found and the little amount that I paid, so that turning into reselling, I should do pretty well. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're going out to a rummage sale, an estate sale, a yard sale, a garage sale, whatever kind of sale, I hope you find your treasure. Look out for those little things. You never know. They might be worth big money, or they might mean something special to you that you have been looking for, and they can hold a big place in your heart, nostalgia. Or you could buy something for someone else and they could really enjoy it too. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next time for the next adventure here at Paper and Moose.